Robert Harvey, the Saints through Greg. Tackle on again, it's Fletcher, and the Saints go forward from the centre of the ground.
Goes a bounce and then looks for Lockett on a lead and gets him. He's 45 metres out. These are normally bread and butter for the big man. He's got it.
Oh, he's lost the run a bit to Harvey. Harvey caught. Third, high tackle.
Too high.
Should have been a free kick to Harvey. Far too high. Izzard, running player is Gary O'Donnell into an open goal and bang right through the middle. Good play, the Bombers. Mark Thompson doing well early. Onto the left foot, transfers play right out wide. Brendan Bauer, great play, running with the flight of the ball. He has a bounce, an open goal coming up onto the left foot. Bauer, terrific attempt, touched right on the line or not. No, it's a goal. And Winmar to the half-forward line, courage by Harvey, unlocking not to be paid the mark. Alan Butters up on the left foot, brings it in towards goal. It's another goal to the Saints. Receiving from Pekin, this is Robert Harvey, in towards Lockett. Lockett at the back, gets a hand pass. Tony Lockett sprints into the open goal and slams it through for his third.
Saints by 5 points. G. Allen out of the ground, out of the air, then snaps the goal and kicks one.
Over the back, socket off the ground by Frankie Coughlin. Low, look at that with strength. Winmar, danger here for Essendon as Winmar hooks it back. Brilliant goal by Winmar.
In the space, plays on. Must be called play on. He is. Dwyer not a wake up. Dick in the pocket and a good kick again by Thompson. He found kick a moment ago, but this will take a very good kick. Drop punt, leans over it. Just kicked it all right.
And what a day we had for football at Waverley Park. And what a day we had for football at Waverley Park. Superb conditions and an excellent crowd to see the Saints tackle the Bombers. Both teams had named recruits in their lineups. Willie Dick from Perth, Brendan Bauer Richmond and Sean Denham Geelong debuted for Essendon, while James Hurd came in for Terry Danaher. St Kilda rushed in Michael Ford, ex-Footscray, Geelong pair Darren Flanagan and Adrian Fletcher, and also Melbourne Stephen Clark. The Bombers had won the last 20 matches between the two sides, the Saints last being victorious, can you remember, round 14, 1980. Our commentators this afternoon, Bruce McAvaney, Peter McKenna and Don Scott. We pick up play at the start of the third quarter and St Kilda is leading by just 4 points.
Start of the second half. Magnificent first half of football with the Saints lead by 4 points at 9-9 to 9-5. Lockett's kick 3. Flanagan wins the first punch away. Michael Long, who ignited Essendon late in that second term. Bauer has to sit and wait. Pekin's handball to Craven inside. Left foot round the body. It sits for Wanganeen. Had one look and then off one leg, kicks it about 60 metres and finds Somerville, who started as centre-half back, was given the stick and then went to centre-half forward. Goes towards Dick at full forward in the front spot. Good take by Denham. The snap is a beauty. What a start for the Bombers. 10-5-9-9. Suddenly they're back in front.
There he is, the little fellow. He had a sensational year a couple of years ago, combining with Robert Scott at Geelong. Just hasn't been able to reproduce that form that he showed as a youngster. Let's hope he's got his second lease on life, football life here at Essendon. A player that's got a lot of pace. If he can use that pace up around the ground as well as the goal line, he'll be a real acquisition. Sean Denham.
Well, the Bombers die by 2 points. Centre of the ground, very important. Mark Thompson to the half-forward line, well smothered. Players racing over, great tackle. And that was put on by David Johnston. Wasn't that a good, strong tackle? The umpires today, Michael Abbott and Gavin Dorr. Now, is that a free kick? No. Flanagan, caught. Gets in a hand pass. Robert Harvey, very skillful player, Harvey. Crawley playing on the half-back line at the moment. Gary O'Donnell back with the flight of the ball. Oh, here's danger as coming in towards goal is Stephen Clark. Lockett at the back, one-handed, and it's one behind. He couldn't get his boot to it. And
he's doing a good job down there, Fox, isn't he?
It's a good contest. And
Lockett really is.
Lockett having a go at the umpire, Don. There's the kick in to the half-back line. Chris Danaher. It's an entertaining duel, that is for sure. Salmon back with the flight. Very mobile. Plays on and kicks it long to the half-forward line.
Was looking for Denham. Grant chipped in. Just to point the difference.
Denham cheating on that occasion, peeling off before the ball was there, hoping it would have come over, and Grant did the right thing by running straight at it.
Big crowd, warm day, and you'd think that they were playing for a huge stake here, the way they've gone at it. Flanagan and also Somerville. Wanganeen, no, it did go out. Started slowly, Wanganeen, went to the interchange bench, but fired up just before half-time. Izard off the ground early after kicking a goal for Essendon. Somerville wins the tap. Chris Danaher, who's kicked a couple of goals today. Here's Flanagan. Taken by Dwyer, but caught by Johnston. His second good tackle in this half. Greg's handball was wild. Now Buick.
Oh.
Newport is coming to the ground. The kick by Buick, not good. Grant takes it at centre wing, half-back.
David Grant across the ground to half-back. He's got a couple of loose men. This is Russell Morris. Kick it on the mark. Now, out wide is Pekin. St Kilda trying to get it forward. Mick Dwyer to the half-forward line. Now, where's Lowe? O'Donnell back with the flight. Good mark. Good, strong mark in front of Craven. Gary O'Donnell.
That's 50. Surely that is 50.
Gary O'Donnell, well, he was the one that was warned by the umpire. Now, two Essendon players combined. David Johnston having a pretty good game. So is Mark Harvey. Harvey to the half-forward line, kick it, waits underneath it, and he marks.
Too much latitude by Davenport.
The short one is on. Great kick by Kickett. A beautifully directed kick, and finds Thompson in.
Hurd's by himself.
Oh, here's another short one. Hurd. Now will he play on? Casually. Steps in. Bang. Is that another one to the Bombers? Yes, it is. Great play, Essendon.
It's been a strange old game. It's 11-5 to 7-10. The Bombers have kicked the last 4 goals in the game. They kicked 7 of the first 10, and then St Kilda kicked the next 6. Here's Buick. Dick and Burke. Well played, Burke. It was a hard ball, and he won it well, and he's given a chance here. There's an absolute paddock. Clark's away with the second bounce and can go towards the goal front with a drop punt. Craven and O'Donnell. O'Donnell punches to the boundary line and wins that duel. Yes, they kicked 7 of the first 10, Essendon. St Kilda kicked the next 6, and the Bombers have kicked the last 4. So you can see the change in trends in this match.
Yes, a good stat, that one. 7 versus Allen. Let's see if Allen, he's got a huge leap. See if he can come over Salmon here. Actually, they both missed that one.
And Salmon did a good job to actually edge Salmon out on that occasion, Allen.
Where's that moustache he had earlier in the year? Paul Salmon.
Who?
Paul Salmon had a mow a few weeks back. Looks like he shaved it off.
Probably took it off for the day, do you think?
Well, there he is, tapping it to the ground. Oh, free kick. Away they go. This is Bauer. Somerville drops what he should have taken. And over the line it goes. It's halfway between centre wing and half forward for the Saints.
And they trail by 7 points. Essendon coming out with 2 early goals in the second half. Somerville.
Umpires, it play on.
No.
Well, we've got a good view of that. There's Newport. Back to Dwyer, who attacks from the centre square. Salmon should go back and take it. Oh, one hand. Free kick, though, going to Essendon.
It should go to O'Donnell. Yes, and it's well picked out because Bowie really did have hold of him. Well spotted by the umpire.
Wide to Chris Danaher. He's played a useful game. Short to Johnston. There's a loose man. If he can get it to Long, goes sideways. Bauer, still Long loose, draws Winmar and now kicks it to Long with some precision and turns Pekin inside out. Goes short. There was not a lot of percentage. A good take, though, by Hurd. He's kicked to the goal front. Missed by Burke. Davenport and Dick back there. Now O'Donnell, a hard ball. Frawley, Hurd with him. Puts a good tackle on him. Craven under pressure, kicks it straight out of bounds on the full. And suddenly the Bombers are on top.
And Dick and Kickett were behind on that occasion when the ball came down. You can't have forwards behind as they were because the ball will be cleared as St Kilda cleared it.
Well, Chris Danaher, look at this, on his own, Salmon. Oh, he should move it. The leader's on out wide. Here's the lead. And there's the mark. Good play, Peter Somerville that time. And that's much better forward play by the Bombers as they lead to the space. Good
Well,
play.
the predictable thing is that you knew Salmon was going to kick it. And what he did, he could time his lead accordingly, Peter.
Well, what I liked about it, he didn't just blaze away up in the air to the goal square hoping someone would take a mark. Something constructive happened. Somerville's normally a pretty good kick for goal. This is a very handy one at this stage of the game. As he'll kick from 46 metres. Peter Somerville, does he swing it back in? Let's have a look at the goal umpire. Yes. Peter Somerville's first, and a handy little break here to the Bombers. They lead by 13 points.
Somerville is unfortunate, as I said earlier in the game, that he does play at this side, or with this side, Essendon. A ruckman has got to play in the ruck. He came as a ruckman, played his junior football as a ruckman. They're trying to make a position player out of him. He's just not up to it. But as a ruckman, he's got a lot of future. Let's hope it just hasn't passed him by.
77 to 64. The Bombers have stretched this lead now to 13 points. Suddenly the Saints are being besieged. Here's Wanganeen through the centre. Denham sat and waited courageously. Johnston took it well. Couldn't get an effective handball
Well
away.
done,
Thompson played it beautifully. In the front spot, Devonport long. A little give to Buick. Buick goes sideways. Will it sit for Willie Dick? It didn't. Burke back there with him to try and worry him out of it. Dick looks for a free kick. Newport off the ground. And Essendon should have made more of that. It was a set-up goal there.
Well, Kicker was behind initially, but it was well recovered by Essendon to get the hand pass away. But Kicker, second time the ball's been down there, and the second time he's been behind.
Well, Buick should have had a shot for goal. That was the whole point. He was on his right foot. Oh, great tackle, Mark Thompson. Essendon really having a red-hot go here. Half forward, that's too high on Clark. Oh, should have been a free kick. Hand pass by Flanagan. Steve Newport, now Pekin as the Saints go forward. Tim Pekin, the short pass to Allen. He's found him.
Michael Long doesn't look too fit as he's going past that CUB sign. Usually he's sprinting. We'll just wait and see what he's like.
Allen, Lockett at the back. Oh, great mark by the big fella. Big, strong mark by Tony Lockett. And it is almost impossible to contain when that ball's kicked down quickly. What a good, strong mark. And he'll kick from about 30 metres.
And actually the trainer has gone out to Michael Long.
Gee, they wouldn't want to lose him, would they? Well, he's had 5 kicks. He's kicked 3 goals. And Fox has actually done reasonably well on him. But you cannot stop him all day. He's just too good. Tony Lockett almost directly in front. Lays back. Oh, he's kicked a little bit to the right, but he might have just got it. Yes. So Tony Lockett has kicked 4. And the Saints fight back 70 to 77.
We go back to Waverley now. St Kilda has added 1 goal. Essendon has added 1 goal too. And the difference is 9 points with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
9 points the margin. The Bombers lead. Winmar been fairly quiet this term. Or socket off the ground to the half forward line. Russell Morris waits for it.
Salmon's hurt too, Peter.
Well, he brings it to half forward. Oh, good mark by Harvey. Read it well. Having a terrific duel with Allen. Mark Harvey, 9 kicks. Oh, he's kicked it badly though. He's kicked it straight to Frawley. On to Stephen Clark. As St Kilda go forward. Clark, the half forward line. Over the back was Flood. Oh, good play to get in that hand pass. Mark Thompson cleverly transfers play. How's that for vision? On to Wanganeen. Wanganeen kick it. He flies, and Derek Kickett has marked.
I'd play Kickett.
Derek Kickett has been paid the mark. It's been
Grant was in front.
Well, the St Kilda players reckon they might have had a good grabber. That one. Kickett has been paid a vital mark 40 metres from goal, and he's made a big difference to the forward line with his mobility.
He's also been given a certain amount of latitude, hasn't he?
Derek Kickett, well, he's had 12 and 3. He's kicked 2, and they want this, the Bombers. Kickett with the drop punt, the goal up wide, does not move, another one. to the Essendon utility player. So Derek Kickett has kicked 3, and Essendon 14-7 to St Kilda 11-10.
Well, he could be described as mercurial, Kickett. There it is. Who's coming as the St Kilda fans believe that David Grant took the mark. He was in front position. It was a great leap by Kickett.
They both had a server, that one.
Controversial mark, and then the goal to Kickett puts the Bombers 15 points in front of the park. Salmon and Flanagan. Wanganeen, who's been very important in this quarter from the centre square. Grant rebounds it to half forward. Winmar to Coughlin. Back inside to Harvey on the run to Lockett. Looks for a free kick and gets it.
Kick.
He's got it. He's going to pay it. He'll come back. Tony's having a talk to the umpire, but you're in good form here, Tony, because you're going to get a free kick.
Well, the umpire in the right position. I believe these umpires probably would play a lot of these holding decisions if they saw them. I don't think they see a lot of them. On that occasion, Fox was holding Lockett. They both went to ground. And the umpire only 20 metres from the actual incident and had a clear vision of exactly what happened.
Well, he's kicked 4, hit the post on another occasion, and this to bring St Kilda within 9 points. Been goal for goal in this quarter after the Bombers came out with the first couple. And the champion goes forward, and the Saints are within 9 points. 5 to Lockett, 12-10 to 14-7.
Bill Muir holds the record of 8 goals, I think it is. And that was against Essendon.
Billy Moore,
I should say. And Lockett only needs about 80-odd goals to pass his record at St Kilda. Moore kicked 736 goals from 195 games, an average of 3.7. But Lockett's well up on that average. I think it's about 4.6.
well, just under 4.5 minutes of play left in the third term. A vital 4.5 minutes of play as Winmar goes to the half-forward line. Here's Mark Harvey. Oh, he's doing well, Harvey. Short pass to Thompson. Oh, he's got to get rid of it. Oh, very slow, but the bounce comes off to Paul Salmon. He's had a good quarter, the big fella. Salmon to the half-forward line. Over the back is Kickett. Dodges and weaves. Gives it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell kicks, and O'Donnell has missed. Oh, he should have kicked that one.
The great thing about Essendon at the moment is they're playing straight down the centre, aren't they? The players are running, they're keeping the ball in the centre, and it's the quickest way home. And it's also a sign of a side playing with confidence if you can go down the centre.
Morris Coughlin will be the target, and he's got a paddock if he takes it. Does. Now he's away with a bounce through the centre square and a second one. Goes to centre half forward to Lowe. Not quite as dominant in this term. Goes long. Will it get as far as Lockett? It has. Fox versus Lockett. A good contest again. Well read though by Pekin. 13-10 to 14-8. Pekin has kicked his first. And suddenly the Saints get 2 in a row and put the pressure right on.
He doesn't kick too many goals, Tim Pekin. Played 150-odd games, both at Fitzroy and St Kilda. It's his 36th career goal, Tim Pekin. Good player at Fitzroy, a very disciplined player. And a good pickup by St Kilda.
St Kilda move Winmar into the centre square. Oh, they get it out again, this time through Coughlin. Up towards Lockett. Fox in front. Good play by Fox. Sockers it off the ground, but the dangerous Winmar has got it. Over to Lockett. Tony Lockett for goal number 6. Oh, beautiful looking drop punt. Oh, just sneaks the wrong side of the punch. And the crowd was roaring when the big full forward had that shot. All of a sudden, St Kilda are revitalised as O'Donnell receives from Bauer.
And kicks to Salmon. Harvey to come in late. Well played, Salmon. He has been excellent this term. Danaher had to stop and wait for it, though. Salmon backs him up, then strides like a loping giraffe through centre wing. Taken by Morris, but the free kick, mate, yes. No, it's going to go to the other St Kilda player.
Grant being held by Kickett.
Yes. So from centre half back, well, it's been one of those games, Peter. The Saints are on top for the moment, but it's swayed from one to the other. Lowe again getting some touches now. Goes very short to Devonport. Side steps around Johnston.
Way on.
Goes towards Lockett. Can Big Tony make it? He'll try and half volley it. He'll try and turn inside out. Fox gets hold of him. Buick gets back. Pekin can't get to him. Buick with precision finds O'Donnell. It's been a wonderful match to Thompson before a crowd of 44,500.
Hurd. Simon Madden. Oh, he's dragged the ground. Had to be a free kick to Madden. Now, a goal here before three-quarter time. We've got 1 minute and 40 to go. Would be very, very handy.
Somerville off. That's why Madden is back on.
Yes, they're not running the three big men, which is good thinking. The short pass is on. The lead is there. And the mark has been taken by guess who? Willie Dick.
How did they find him?
Well, it was a good pass by Simon Madden. A beautiful pass by the big ruckman.
It was a pass. Intentional, you think?
It was a different. The lead was on. He kicked it right out in front of him, Don. Well, here he is. He's only had 4 kicks, but this is a very important one. The boy from Perth, as he swings in at goal. It's close. It's a goal. Willie Dick has kicked 2. And the Bombers a handy one getting close to three-quarter time. 15-8 to 13-11.
So only 8 points the difference at three-quarter time. St Kilda 90 and the Bombers 98. Let's go back to that very big crowd at Waverley Park for what turned out to be a thrilling final quarter.
Start of the final term. It's been a thriller at Waverley. Magnificent game with Essendon leading by 8 points at 98 to 90. Salmon wins the tap. Chris Danaher through the centre. First goal important. If Essendon can pinch a little break here, it might be enough. The Saints will be looking for Lockett and Lowe. Flanagan versus Salmon. Hurd, they took it off him. Harvey wide to Winmar. Winmar to half forward. Lowe's his target in the front spot. Flood against him. Here's O'Donnell. Had to backtrack. He did it well. Then snuck a bounce in and a clever kick in the end to gain 20 metres and run it out of play.
One player that's done really well since quarter time, and that is David Flood. A little critical in the first quarter. He's been moved on to Lowe. Lowe cut him apart a little bit in the third quarter, but really Flood has done a remarkably good job because Lowe really did take Somerville apart.
Certainly did. He had 11 marks in the first half. Here's Mark Harvey, who's been a very good player. He goes to ground. This has been a magnificent game of football. Oh, Greg gets it to Harvey. Harvey shoots a goal, and Robert Harvey has kicked a great goal.
Stephen Gregg, I called him Dean Gregg earlier, involved in that, getting it across to
Dean Gregg. That's right.
Dean just put down the wrong. But there he is, Robert Harvey, the wingman. A great possession getter for St Kilda last year. 7th in the league as far as possessions go, Robert Harvey.
Well, we said the first goal will be important. It went to the Saints. They're within 2 points. 14-12, 15-8. Salmon wins the tap. Chris Danaher to Buick. An ineffective kick missed by Devonport. Denham sits over the top of it. Then cleverly, Wanganeen. Still Wanganeen. Dwyer runs him into the ground. Hurd's there with Grant. Fletcher goes to ground. Back to Devonport. Swings it wide. Winmar underneath it, and he takes the mark. Greg unselfishly allowed him to. Oh,
well done,
Long did it well. Now Pekin to win it back for Winmar. And well played also by Bauer.
What about the reflexes of Michael Long then? He just anticipated that quick kick, didn't he?
Well, there's one thing about Long. He's really worked on the defensive side of his game. He's really starting to become a complete footballer. He's got a pace to chase the ball and run down his opponents, and he's really team-orientated.
Madden getting it down to Thompson, who's been a good player. He loses it though to Fletcher, who gets shirt-butted. Knocked on by Newport. Winmar crashes his way through centre wing. The long kick. Lockett versus Fox. Lockett, oh, nearly 3 bites he needed instead of the Lockett again receives from Coughlin. The big full forward kicks a goal and he's missed to the right and he's very disappointed with himself. 1 point the margin.
5 points he's kicked today, Tony Lockett.
Well, he's also kicked 5 goals. 5-5 from the big full forward as O'Donnell kicks it to Salmon. He should mark. He's got backup support from Harvey.
From half-back, chips it. Hurd sits underneath it. The boy from Ainsley. Across to Bauer. The boy from Richmond to half-forward. Denham versus Dwyer. Still Dwyer, well played. Denham with him. That was a contest. We've had a few of those today.
He's done well today, Dwyer. Let's hope he can continue on in this vein for the rest of the season.
Johnson getting ready to come on for Essendon. They've got their 3 big men on together. Good close-up of Flanagan. Somerville worked his way to the front. Dwyer and Denham. It eluded them all. The handball came out to Morris from Fletcher. Morris in towards centre half forward, Lowe's in the front position and takes the mark.
Essendon about to make a change. Johnson coming back on.
Winmar kicks towards Lockett. Fox is there. He should take it.
Oh.
One hand. Disappointing. Coughlin. Grenvold. Clark. Coughlin with it again. Runs into the pocket. Goes back. And missed.
Fox went for that punch from in front. That's when you're very worried about your opponent.
Willie Dick going off for Essendon. Johnson coming on.
So Clark's behind and scores are level.
Normally the side that has the most scoring shots often wins this game, which would mean you would probably favour St Kilda, but it's been such an even contest all day. It'll be pretty unwise to predict who's going to win it from here. Here's Brad Fox. He's had a terrific duel down there with Tony Lockett. One-on-one contest. Devonport couldn't mark. Good hand pass. Mick Dwyer. The long kick. Low at the back. Flood
Well
takes
done,
front
Flood.
position. Here's Tim Allen on the left foot. A beautiful long raking kick that he's missed. Saints lead by a point.
29 shots to 23. Fox goes wide. Winmar versus Bauer. Winmar's played brilliantly. Newport and Bauer hanging on to one another. Test of strength.
I suppose that's fair enough. Both were at fault, weren't they, on that occasion? Bauer and Newport. They weren't intent on the ball. They were only intent on one another. Umpire had really, I suppose, no alternative. Common sense umpiring to just let the game go. 99 to 98.
Salmon wins the tap, but only as far as Newport. Thompson cleverly to Buick. About to have his 11th kick. To centre wing. Johnson takes the mark. Not Johnson. Somerville takes the mark.
Done better since he's gone to centre half forward.
The kick to Thompson. A bit of danger here. The bomber mops up and then goes short. Johnston sold a handball and then took it back and then kicks it to half forward to the space. Taken by Dwyer.
Oh, tackle
by Wanganeen. Now Devonport. Can the Saints increase this lead? Dwyer, Devonport, Harvey, who usually weaves a bit of magic, kicks it to centre wing.
Which way will it bounce? It favours Stewie Lowe. Low to half forward, taken by Gary O'Donnell. Since half time he's been great. He's got no backup support, so he goes for the long hand pass. Winmar has lifted his game. Taps it in, still in play. Look at
well done, O'Donnell.
Terrific play by Gary O'Donnell. Now David Flood. Oh, loose men everywhere for Essendon. They've got a big chance here. Chris Danaher. Madden leads to half forward. There's no one back in goal square. If it hits the deck, well, there's still no one back there for Essendon. The hand pass comes in.
Again, a great tackle. Also, Danaher. Good stuff.
Simon Madden, handball straight to Peak, and the pressure is enormous out there. Devonport versus Buick. The race is on, and the ball is handballed to the line.
Some great efforts out there. The run of Stephen Clark to run down O'Donnell, yet O'Donnell wasn't deterred. He followed on, got it to the boundary line. Then Flood coming through. Tackles by Wanganeen. There's some terrific stuff out there.
Point the difference. The Saints lead. Salmon. Devonport. A high one. Low.
Oh, free kick to Lowe, surely.
Here's Flood all over him, wasn't he? Here's Thompson, who's got better as the game's gone on. Johnston and Pekin. Well played, Johnston. Now long. Caught. Good tackle, Pekin. And Dwyer wins it to Fletcher. who should go on with it to Harvey, who will look for Lockett, and tipping in Coughlin. Well, the peak and tackle was the big one, wasn't it, on Long?
Great anticipation there. I might have made a mistake earlier. I said Stephen Clark ran down O'Donnell. It might have been Adrian Fletcher.
No, it was Clark.
It was Clark.
You were
They
dead
do
right.
look alike.
Dead right. Here's Coughlin, who's no certainty. He's awkward, but he's 35 metres out. He's kicked one. This to put the Saints 7 points in front. Drop punt.
You're a good judge, Bruce.
Well, he just no good thing, is he? You wouldn't take threes on Frankie from there.
He didn't look.
Take fours.
I've known you to take threes on.
They get beaten on protest like Scalacci yesterday.
Gary O'Donnell's played a great game, particularly since half-time. Oh, he's getting himself into trouble here. Oh, that wasn't good play.
He has made a few mistakes, though, in that first half. Those handballs where he turned the ball over, they were diabolical errors.
I did say since half-time, Don.
You did qualify yourself.
That's dead right. Well, here's Lowe, who was sensational in the first half. In towards Lockett. Lockett will come from behind. Salmon from in front.
Fox didn't have eyes for the ball on that occasion. All he was looking at is Lockett as Salmon chipped into take that mark.
Mark Thompson, he's got no one leading. He should keep running and bouncing here because he's got no options. Now he has. Short one to Johnston. David Johnston appealing for someone to lead. Michael Long. Oh, well done. Chipped in. Gives it back to Johnston. Here's their chance. Madden at the back. Oh, Simon Madden is marked. He read it beautifully against Frawley. Madden marks 20 metres from goal.
They're purely reactionary marks, those, aren't they? You can't say one player was better than the other in that situation. It's just that Frawley didn't have his body just in the right place, and Madden just chipped in and took that mark. Purely reactionary.
St Kilda have had their chances down the other end, Don, and Essendon will probably go down for the first time in ages and kick a goal.
Will Simon make the distance?
Bruce McAvaney will take threes on here. Simon Madden. I think he's gold. He's a happy man.
It's been a classic opening to the season with Hawthorn Geelong yesterday, and now Essendon and the Saints. Off the ground by Denham to half forward. Buick versus Dwyer. Somerville looking for a handball, breaks a tackle, then tries a chip. Morris goes to the safety. Devonport. Will he try and run it out? Well, he does, but it's still in play. Morris to Burke, inside to Devonport again. The Saints get away with it to half back. Missed by Newport. Recovers, chips it to Harvey, to Flanagan, to Harvey again. Johnston played it beautifully. At least he stopped the flow. Now Fletcher, no one to back him up. Goes inside. Dwyer from 50, kicks it poorly, and it'll run out. So a chance missed by St Kilda. It's thrilling stuff, though, isn't it? From one end to the other.
Really, that effort by O'Dwyer should have been a little better, I think.
Dwyer. But that was a poor kick by Mick Dwyer. He could have steadied. He was under no pressure. Lowe versus Simon Madden. Chris Danaher gets in a hand pass. Gary O'Donnell. The short passes on to Johnston. And he's played pretty well, David Johnston. On to Bomber Thompson. Now Gary O'Donnell. They're controlling the ball. O'Donnell wide. Kick it. Off the ground by Long. The race is on. Wanganeen versus Nathan Burke. Wanganeen putting the pressure on. He's desperate, but well done, Nathan Burke, as he kicks it out and takes it to the line.
Now, Wanganeen is known for his pace, but on that occasion, Nathan Burke put himself in front, and he was not going to be outdone in that area. He is a very quick player, Nathan Burke.
Flanagan and Somerville at half forward for the Bombers.
Oh, holding.
Yeah, Flanagan right round the back. There's Pekin to Newport at centre wing with a bounce. Kick it to try and run him down. Newport under pressure and kicks it out of bounds on the full, so the kick-it effort was worth it in the end. Coming off Hurd and Dick about to come on for Essendon. O'Donnell takes a fly against the other number 10, Flanagan. Newport cleverly to Pekin, who swings it over to Allen, who now swings onto his left and goes for Lockett. That's his target. And Big Tony just pushes Fox out of the way legitimately and takes the mark.
That was a magnificent kick from Tim Allen. The loping left footer let a 60-metre go, and that's the way you want to deliver it as a full forward, because you want to go one out with your opponent. If you can get the ball quickly into the forward line, that's what you look for. And on that occasion, the best way to bring it in is with a long kick, as displayed on that occasion by Tim Allen. Terrific play.
5 goals for Lockett. He's missed a few today, but he won't miss this. 20 metres out to put the Saints in front for number 6 for Tony. He's got it. 15, 16, 16-8.
Well, they're very dramatic, those goal umpires. We wait for his signal. They seem to hesitate and then finally give their verdict. I thought it was a point on that occasion. Tony Lockett has kicked his 6th.
Well, it's been a good battle down there. He's tried very hard, Brad Fox, against a champion full forward. Look how big and strong he is. And he even makes Brad Fox look a little bit on the slim side with his bulk. So we're back to the centre, a vital centre bounce. St Kilda by 2 points. Madden goes early. Who's going to get it out? It's Essendon. Mark Thompson working hard. Crawley and
yes,
Salmon.
the umpire saw it. Salmon was holding Crawley.
Well, really, you could almost have paid advantage, but it's being transferred down to Nathan Burke. Now under Frawley. Now under Grant. The Saints have had a lot of loose men in this quarter. Winmar receives from Morris. Winmar on the lead is Stewie Lowe. And he's fought. No, it's still in play. Allen went without it. Fletcher caught, taken by Allen again. Looks for Conklin and he's found him on the boundary line. Is this going to be the break?
It was a good kick again by Allen. He's setting up a lead if Conklin wants it.
And Conklin is right on the boundary line. It will take a beautiful kick from there. He missed the sitter before when Bruce McAvaney wouldn't back him at 3's on. But this will bring the house down if he can kick this from the boundary line.
Should be able to bring this right to left, Peter, because it's a right foot kick.
Frankie Conklin steadies. It's not bad, but he just hooks it slightly and puts it through for a behind, and the Essendon supporters breathe a sigh of relief because the margin is still only 3 points.
Harvey to bring it back in. Simon Madden provides the lead. Harvey kicks it to him. And the veteran takes it. Just keeps on keeping on, doesn't he, this man? Madden to centre wing. He's looking for Willie Dick. Throws himself at it. Bauer back to Dick. Can't break the tackle, but gets a handball, but straight to Harvey, who then gets around Dick too easily and kicks to the pocket and finds Lowe.
Simon will have to get back quickly because they're looking for Lockett.
16 marks for Lowe. There's a kick to Lockett. 1 out now. Clark went to ground. Lockett in there over the top. And the umpire will have it. I think in the old days they used to call that stacks on the mill.
What do they call it nowadays, Bruce?
Ball up. Bounce down. Whatever you like, Don.
Right in front of the St Kilda goal. They lead by 3 points. Lockett taps it down with the left hand, socket off the ground by Pekin, and 1 point is the result. So they breathe a little easier, the Bombers, because now they trail by 4 points. So there's nothing in this game. It's been that way all day.
Conditions perfect now for football. The sun has gone behind those clouds.
I thought you might mention that. The players have been worried about the sun all day. Of course, is Fletcher. He's kicked it straight to Buick. He can go off with it. He steadies. Now he can go with a hand pass here. He does. Twist Danaher. Oh, thought he was going to be brought down. Somerville at the back should mark here.
Well done.
He taps it on instead of going for the mark. Willie Dick. Johnston trying hard. Goes in to get it again. Wanganede waits at the back. Players charging on top of it. And the umpire, Gavin Daub, will come in and bounce.
Willie Dick's skill level, not quite what it should be, Peter. He should have really hit the player with that left-hand handball on that occasion. They would have been away, Essendon.
Flanagan. Fletcher. There's Dick on the left foot, only as far as Morris, who goes off half-back. Low the target. He's taken 16 of these already today. Here's Harvey under pressure now. Good kick, though, by Harvey. Had not an option in sight.
Been very solid today, Mark Harvey, on that half-back flank.
Well, still less than a kick between the two teams. Been going at it for an hour and 3/4. 15-18 to 16-8.
It was a good kick by Mark Harvey, because waiting for it there was Robert Harvey. And speaking of Robert Harvey, there he is. Oh, they've created loose men here. Craig Devonport in long. Lockett. Tony Lockett couldn't mark. He races in after it again, the big fella. He slips over. There's 3 Essendon players. Brad Fox, David Flood. Oh, Flood's kicked it out of defence straight to Flanagan. Flanagan goes inside to Gregg. Dean Gregg hooks it around the corner up in front of goal. The big men are there. Low and look at which one. And it's a push in the back.
Essendon's way.
And it will go the Bombers' way to David Flood, because they were playing in front. Good defensive play.
Flood goes wide. Johnston versus Dwyer. Johnston over the back. Here's Devonport. Goes wide to Winmar. With him is Bauer. Still Winmar recovered brilliantly. Goes to the goals. And what a kick by Winmar. He celebrates, and so do the Saint fans as they draw away. 16-18 to 16-8. And Don, only very special players can produce a magic moment like that.
You've summed it up, Bruce. I was going to call him magic or mercurial. Nicky Winmar on that occasion, hard on that boundary line. He's done some sensational things in his career. None less than that spectacular leap in the second quarter where he crashed around in the centre square. But what a magnificent goal. 10 points ahead, St Kilda.
Well, crunch time for the Bombers. They must score the next goal. St Kilda have been getting it out of the middle. Harvey. Oh, Winmar again. They're off and running, the Saints. Newport. Winmar. 50 metres from goal. Lockett. Oh, beautiful forward play. Great play, Winmar, to the big champion full forward. And if he kicks this, it will be his 7th goal. And it could be shut the gate for the Bombers, the valiant Bombers.
Well, 9 goals is the record, Peter, for a St Kilda player. Bill Moyer.
So the record against Essendon, or what?
Holds the record against Essendon. 9 goals, 1933.
Well, he's going for his 7th. He is directly in front. He very rarely misses these. Tony Lockett. Bang. And it's a goal.
Well, a mighty roar goes round the arena for the Saints. They lead by 16 points. Salmon with the tap. Can the Bombers kick a couple of goals in a hurry? Dix Hamble not good. Long shrugs a tackle cleverly. Then Grenvold to Buick, who has to run sideways, has the ball smothered. Wanganeen and Burke. Burke and Wanganeen. Throw it in the pocket.
He's done well today, and it's good to see Greg go across and congratulate him. Also Newport, well done Nathan Burke. The enthusiasm of the St Kilda players certainly very high. They sniff victory.
Vacant goal square here for Essendon. Need a goal out of this movement. Madden over the top to Grenvold. It'll take something extra. Here's O'Donnell to kick it. He does, he's put it through. They're not dead yet. 17-8 to 17-18. Grenvold did it very well.
What about the hit out from Madden? He started behind Flanagan. A nice little touchdown. Grenvold, who started on the half-back line in today's game, playing up half-forward now, read it beautifully down in front of the pack and turned the handball on a platter to O'Donnell. I thought he was going to muck it up, might have run that little bit too far, but still just got his foot to it. 10 points the difference. They could come back. Another centre break could be a decider here.
Well, it's been a topsy-turvy type of game. Let's see if the Bombers can go forward again. Derek Kicken swings onto the left foot. A good kick, a penetrating kick. Oh, good mark.
They've got the last 2 centre breaks, Essendon.
Grenvold, they want goal. To get within 1 kick of the Saints. Madden over the back is Willie Dick. A hand pass from Devonport. Comes to Russell Morris. Oh, this is kicked straight to Kickett. Will it sit for him? He waits. He's got it. Derek Kickett Brendan Bauer, the short pass is on, and Peter Somerville is marked 60 metres from goal.
Well, he's going to muck it up then, kicking. He seemed a little casual. Not a good pass from Bauer, but it still found his mark. Now, he could kick this ball, kick this goal from here, Somerville. I've seen him kick them before. He is a prodigious kicker of the football if he can get onto it.
Well, what a moment it'll be if he does. He's 65 metres out. Drop punt, times it pretty well. Madden in the goal square being hustled out of it. Buick just missed a Burke over the top. Players claiming free kicks left, right and centre there.
How would it be a goal here to Essendon?
Well, it would really lift the stand, wouldn't it? 45,000 here today. They've enjoyed every moment of this. Been a really classic encounter, hasn't it? Madden and Flanagan. Frawley. Grenville. O'Donnell to try and take a super mark. Well played, Grant over the top. And Morris played it well. Can O'Donnell rob Pekin? It's an important football to win here. What a moment here. O'Donnell goes to ground. He's caught. He's holding it. It's St Kilda's footy.
Well, it was a good effort by O'Donnell. Maybe he should have played it on, but he really didn't have any assistance as they break St Kilda.
You're dead right, Don. You hit the nail on the head. It was 3 St Kilda, 1 Essendon. O'Donnell knew he had to keep it in. Harvey, half forward. Mark Harvey at the back. Players race at the ball. Oh, a chance for the Saints here. Stephen Clark smothered. Beautiful smother. Now Dean Gregg from 30 metres. Gregg fires a goal and hits the post. Oh, this game has got everything. A fantastic game of football. 3.5 minutes of play left. The margin is 11 points. They're still in with a chance, the Bombers.
Chris Danaher making the smother there under pressure. So Fox to bring her back in. They've got to be really spot on now, Essendon. Every footballer's got to be a winner. Winmar goes early against Bauer.
Oh, it's a free kick, surely. Yes, the umpires picked that. Winmar coming from behind. I thought he'd take the mark, but no, he realised he just couldn't get there and infringed on Bauer.
To centre wing. Somerville at the back of Harvey. Did he give away a free kick? Here's Morris to Winmar, who's been the big winner today. Kicks to the pocket. Salmon should get back. It's going to be a hard one. Fox, Salmon and Lockett.
Nice tap on by Stephen Newport in that pack. Just a little deflection. Salmon slowly getting to his feet. Is he all right? Come on, Paul. They need you to just throw in. Don't worry about the cramp.
Well, he shrugged it off, I think, Don. 121 to 110.
7 after the advice from Don Scott. The hit out went straight to Stephen Clark. Did he throw that? No, he didn't. The ball rolls over the line. It'll be a throw-in. Time clock ticking down. 2 minutes and 45 seconds of play left in this game. Essendon have to race it up and score a quick goal to have any chance. It's been a classic game of football, this. Here's Bauer. Loses it in the tackle.
Another good tackle.
Gregg, a long time to get rid of it.
Good tackle against Salmon.
Back it comes to Gregg. Gregg fires a goal. The long kick. And Dean Gregg has goal, and he's a happy man.
And that sealed it for St Kilda, and for the Saints, Lockett finished up with 7 goals. Allen got 3 and Winmar 2. And for Bombers, Kickett 3 and 2 each to Madden, O'Donnell, Chris Danaher and Dick. Round.
Good evening, everyone. St Kilda today broke a 20-game losing sequence against Essendon to win its opening match of the 1992 season. The Saints trailed at quarter time after the sharp-shooting Bombers kicked 7 goals straight, but St Kilda fought back to snatch the game by 17 points. Lockett booted 7, while teammate Morris was reported. The big question at Waverley was who was going to get the job on Lockett, and Brad Fox found out early why the spearhead is one of the biggest draw cards in the league. But the Bombers hit back. In the space of 10 minutes, kicked 3, highlighted by an Ezard burst which resulted in a torn hamstring. It was a pressure cooker out in the middle. Coughlin's snap from the pocket was amazing.
Big goal. Shot for goal. Is that bounced through?
But with 7 different goal kickers, Essendon went to the first break 9 points up. Frustrated by the close attention, Lockett lost his cool. Then Allen showed a touch of class from a throw-in.
Out of the air, then snaps for goal.
Winmar was lucky to survive a huge leap. So was Fox after a fight with Lockett, and at half-time the Saints led by 3 points. Lockett got his 4th goal from a strong mark, but the Saints turned the lead over with mistakes under pressure. Kickett made them pay.
Steadies, drop punt, puts it through.
With just 8 points separating the sides, the first goal of the last term was important, and Harvey broke through for the Saints.
Harvey shoots a goal.
To win the contest, someone had to produce something special.
And what a kick by Winmar.
Winmar didn't let them down, and the Saints finished on strongly to win by 17 points.